Set. Fired in the hole. Let's go. Let's go. Mitch Marner. Mitch Marner, 2 shots. 3 shots. We thought it was dead. He
Yeah,
had
no
3
kidding.
shots. He was credited with 3 shots in the first, what seemed like 90 seconds of that hockey game.
Yeah.
And then I look in the account, and there it is. 2 shots. He didn't
Well, it's funny because I watched the opening period of that game, and I'm seeing Mitch Marner score, which in the beginning I thought was the wrong credit because you saw John Tavares react like he scored it. And I'm like,
camera guy went right to him.
yeah. So, and this my second thought was, what the hell is Mitch Marner doing shooting the puck when Austin Matthews is on the ice? So
That was but hey, we got that one in. That turned it into an actually winning day. We missed obviously the Bertuzzi assist. We missed the Lucas Raymond ladder, but that one swung it to a win of 0.17 units on the day. So we'll take it. Garland comes through. The over in Detroit was an easy one. We had the game script lined up. We had the game script lined up perfectly for that Lucas Raymond ladder, but it was guys like DeBrincat who had 7. Larkin had like 5. The line.
Well, Raymond had a lot of missed shots on net. He had a lot of action towards it. I did the game yesterday. He was all over the net, just couldn't hit the net.
Hate that.
Yeah,
Hate
sorry.
that.
Sorry
That's
to
the variance of it.
there.
Oh well, we go today. It is a disaster. Like, what do you like? How do you bet this before? It's really hard coming up with actionable information here. But
so
we start off.
Ideally, what you want to look for today is maybe guys that are getting called up and playing their first NHL games, or guys that are minor league players, or guys don't normally get much ice time, especially with you see some of the rosters. You got to pay attention to some of the rosters, but we did find some pretty valuable angles in some of the games.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Hi to everybody there in the chat. Manny, Nick, FB Coach, appreciate everybody there. Hit that like button if you're watching now. Tampa Bay, Toronto. Like, we don't know. Obviously, Matthews still needs to get 70.
He's playing. I mean, they haven't come out and said that he's playing, but it'd be ridiculous if he's not playing.
Kucherov sitting at 99 assists. What was McDavid, the 4th human being to do it?
Yeah.
What did Cos say on his show yesterday? 8 people have, or what? 12 people have been to the moon, but only 7 have 70 goals or something.
Something like that.
But that's such a causism there. But let's go. In this situation, we're going over. There's no reason not. Toronto hasn't shown anything with Samsonov in net to show us that these games can go under, unless this game is just an absolute lull fest and everybody tiptoes. But in this situation, because Matthews, because Kucherov, there is a situation where both guys need to point. Right? We could see both of those guys. I mean, only one guy gets a shot at the empty net, but there'll be some empty net hunting if neither guy gets it. So Samsonov, 892 save percentage over his last 9 games. We mentioned it yesterday. The fact that Sheldon Keefe probably should be happy with the Hayes comment that he should be happy talking about the 70 goals because the play in net.
Yeah.
And I hate it. Like Joseph Wall, you're like, you got another chance and you're great for 40 minutes. And oh God. He's had chances to run away. How disappointing is the Leafs goaltending going into the playoffs right now that might not be getting talked about enough?
Well, and that's the thing. Like you talk about Keefe's comments about distraction with Matthews and 70. If anything, it's a distraction to how bad defensively this team has played because more people are focused on Matthews and what they're going to do with him and if he's going to get in stuff like that, and less about the 16 goals that this team has given up in the last 3 games. Right, against New Jersey, Detroit, and Florida. So I don't think much of that's going to change tonight. Clearly, I think a lot of the attention is still going to be on Matthews, and it almost be the best thing in the world for him to score in the first period and then take his skates off. And you're just like, okay, guys, roll 3 lines, roll 4 lines, whatever it is. Go out and play. Just finish a game. Nobody get hurt. Running clock. Don't take any stupid penalties. I actually think tonight might be a Martin Jones game versus Samsonov. And again, you'd have to pay attention and wait for confirmation on that, but that would be my spidey senses as to what's going to happen. But even for Tampa, they're not playing, probably not going to play some of their guys, definitely not going to play Vasilevsky, as Tompkins will probably play. Kucherov, I would imagine, would play because I think he'll tell the coach that number 100 in the assist will be very important to him because he could be the 5th guy in NHL history added to that list. So those are the things like Chase Milestones in this game, like Chase Matthews scoring Chase Kucherov getting his assist. Expect that there's going to be goals because a lot of leaky defense on both ends. But other than that, good luck trying to predict a side on this one because it's.
Yeah, tread carefully. It's not like I'm out here being like the over 6.5 is strong play. No, it's just like in this situation, like this is a small lean on this that will obviously go into my account, but over 6.5 -105 odds courtesy Sports Interaction. There's nothing about that Leafs defense and goaltending that really give me any hope in the world. St. Louis, Dallas. We saw Columbus get what was Columbus yesterday? +135. Carolina didn't dress everybody.
Yeah, Carolina, I think dressed or sat 6 or 7 other guys. So
Dallas is locked in. They can't go anywhere. Yeah. They're the top of the tops. Let's go. St. Louis has already confirmed Jordan Binnington's in net. That's good news. +175 is a big number. Okay, I can't be here and say Dallas is resting guys, and we might not know until the skate, after the skate, or even before puck drop, right? But St. Louis is still running out there. There was mention of like Baldic on that top line. I wanted a point for him, the rookie, but unfortunately nothing there. Looked at Braden Shen for a point, -110. But I mean, if we're taking swings with high variance games, taking swings at big plus money is usually the best way to do it. If you lose, okay, I get it, but I don't want to lay even 25 points in something where I don't know. How do you see this play out? Should Dallas be even playing anybody at this point?
Oh wow, apparently Dallas is not locked in.
I thought they're 111.
Well, they're 111. Vancouver's at 109.
Oh, 111, 109.
Yeah, and interesting. I did not see that.
My addition of 2 was terrible.
Yeah, no, hey, I got caught on that too. So it's not your fault either. But I mean, I guess Dallas is gonna dress. So Vancouver plays one more game. They're at Winnipeg on Thursday night. Winnipeg's got nothing to play for, so I would imagine Dallas has to win tonight to clinch the number 1 spot. So Dallas has to win tonight to either to clinch LA versus Nashville. Who was that corrected me in there?
Do you see a difference? Do you see a difference in Kings or Nashville? Like,
yeah, I mean, Nashville has Saros versus LA has.
I don't think either way. Like the Kings, I don't know who wins the tiebreaker with the Kings because they're 2 points out too as well. So I don't know. So if Dallas could go in there, but I mean, there's a situation where Dallas health is more important, obviously, and I'm not out here saying that Dallas is going to rest guys. They probably maybe 1 or 2 guys. They're talking about what's Yanni, the other defenseman. They're thinking about getting him back into the game just to give him
Yanni Hakanpää?
Yanni Hakanpää? Yeah.
Hakanpää, yes.
Yeah. Yes. To get him some skates, so maybe someone comes out if he comes in. Something like that. But I mean, +175 is +175. This is a St. Louis team that's playing for nothing. They played well down the stretch. They got some young talent on the top line. And I mean, Jordan Kyrou is playing a lot better. +175. This is not the Dallas. This is not full-fledged Dallas playoff mode. Dallas, I think, will get here.
Yeah. So apologies to us with that pick. I would say tread carefully on it, but there's
+175 is big.
There's still value in St. Louis because I just looked at their head-to-head this season. St. Louis has won 2 of the 3 matchups this year. Dallas only beating St. Louis in shootout this year. So every game has been a 1-goal game. St. Louis has won 2-1. St. Louis has won 4-3. Dallas has won 2-1 early in the season in their first matchup in a shootout. So it's not really out of reach to say that, St. Louis could win this game. St. Louis is going to play a full lineup. They're going to want to finish on a good note, build into next year. St. Louis has won 3 of their last 4 games. So there's still value there if you want to take the value, but tread carefully because we did mess up on the.
I'm happy taking +175.
Yeah.
Right. Like, okay, there's a question for you, but like, I'm still happy on the +175 because we saw with the Columbus price yesterday that goes down to like +135. Columbus, Carolina is about as lopsided as it gets. Obviously, they're resting players, but use that as the benchmark for what the price is for resting players. This price right now is not indicating resting players. This price, I still like it plus 175, regardless of the situation. But I'll certainly take it. And then
well, where does clinching number one spot rank with players? Well, just ask the Boston Bruins. I mean, the Boston Bruins had a chance to clinch the top seed in their division yesterday, and I don't want to question players, preparation or mindset, but it almost seemed like Boston played to lose last game because they would have rather a matchup with the Toronto Maple Leafs versus the Florida Panthers. So I guess everybody speaks differently, but if you have a chance to win first place and you have a chance to win your division, I would always think that you would choose that because it's always something that you could reflect back at and say, yeah, I did that.
No, and it's something we've also touched on as we approach the end of the regular season. If you're betting on a team just because they need to get points or they need to win or they need it more, you're probably behind the ball. Yeah. You're probably paying for something you don't need to be paying for, and you're probably not getting great value, I would think. But plus 175 is solid. If anything happens, that number is going down, right? Like if Dallas says, okay, no, we're not going to play for it, we'll let it play out. Who will Dallas match up with win versus loss? The win, lock up 1, Kings. 2, Nashville. That's if Nashville owns the tiebreaker.
So hold on a second. So Vegas still has 1 game left to play.
Oh, God, I didn't even look up to there.
Yeah, so does LA play tonight? I believe they do, right? We're doing this on the fly. I love it.
No, they're tomorrow.
Okay, so if LA...
Chicago.
LA and Vegas. So Vegas plays Anaheim tomorrow. So, yeah, I mean, if Vegas beats Anaheim, they clinch the number 3 spot and an Edmonton series. Depending on what Dallas does, like if Dallas
there's still lots of moving pieces, right? Like,
yeah, there's still a lot of moving pieces because if Dallas loses tonight, does Vancouver want to win with the chance to play Vegas? Like, I don't know. There's just a lot of moving parts, and I guess it'll all get settled tomorrow. But
yeah. But I think at the end of the day, when you can't control everything, the one thing they can control is health. Going into the playoffs, healthy is probably paramount to any team. For the same reason you said, Matthews get that goal, head to the locker room, take off your boots. Yeah. Let's go to Edmonton, Arizona. Last day, Mullet Arena. Right?
Not just Mullet Arena. Last day of hockey in Arizona.
Oh, yeah. Thank God. It's I still haven't seen Bettman come out and apologize to the world for sticking with it for so long, but this is a spot. Now, I don't know. We're really bang on with these. Edmonton seems pretty locked in at 104.2.
Well, they're locked in at number 2 seed. They
okay.
Move.
We got that, right? Okay. Total of this game is 6.5. I wanted Arizona team total over 2.5, but it's about minus 150, which is a little too much to drink for Arizona. So Dylan Guenther, we're going young for a point, minus 115. He's looked great on the Cooley line. He's on PP1. 15 points last 15 games. He's pointed in 11 to 15. Last game in Arizona. Edmonton, not much to play for. This game could go Arizona's way. Talk to me about what do you think the guys in Arizona are, because it meant something to them. Like Logan Cooley's comments talking about the media moving out of here. I mean, you got to relocate your family. There's a lot of uncertainty. I mean, the Salt Lake City thing hasn't even been confirmed yet.
It'll be confirmed tomorrow.
But those guys, I mean, they got to find a new place to live. They got to put their kids in new schools. This is not a fun situation for anybody on contract next year for Arizona. Does this game mean a lot to them?
Yeah, I think it does. It means a lot to the players, and it means a lot to everybody in that organization, right? You want to go out on a good note. And I remember hearing head coach Andre Turigny talk about, since the seed was planted about a Utah situation, I think the Arizona team went on like a 12-game losing streak because it became a distraction. And then once it was finally revealed that Utah was going to be the place where they relocated, they've won 2 of their last 3 games. And they lost last game 6-5. So not only are they scoring a ton, but they're finding ways to get wins, including a win in Edmonton week in overtime on the day when it was announced they were moving. So clearly this team's going to be motivated by something. It is the most expensive ticket in Arizona to find tonight. The tickets are going between $1,000 and $2,000. The building is going to be rocking. It's going to be an electric atmosphere there. I think as a player, you get up for that type of stuff because there is a lot of, sentimental value to a win versus anything that you may have gone through this season. So you want to go out on a good note. You want to be recognized or at least represent the fact that you gave it your all in this city, knowing that you're moving somewhere else. And for Edmonton, these games mean nothing. And Edmonton also plays tomorrow night in Colorado.
Ooh, they're at 80 games? Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. So the thing about this game is, what does Edmonton do with their lineup? You saw McDavid miss a couple games. He came back last game. He got his 100th assist. I got to think if something's bothering him, he's not playing either of these 2 games.
No.
Then you got to worry about Draisaitl, Hyman, and other guys, their top players, whether or not you want to play them these next games. I can tell you one thing. If the players had to choose a game they want to play in, they're playing tonight and not tomorrow night in Colorado. So, but regardless of this, you got to think that Arizona is going to be playing more inspired in this game than Edmonton is.
Just looking for some Adam Henrique props. I don't see anything available, sadly. But keep an eye on.
Like we talked about Blues plus money, Arizona plus money is a great play too tonight.
Plus 150.
Right?
But their projected team total because of it. I said the over 2.5 is minus 150. They're projecting them to score 3 goals, right? Yeah. 3 goals is a solid number to win a game. If I knew Arizona was scoring 3 goals tonight, plus 150 looks a lot more appetizing. But lots of mentions already. The Gunther and Cooley combo, not a bad one to pair. Not loving the Schmaltz and Keller now with Kerfoot in the center of that. So I don't know. He's still PP1. I don't. Is he? Do we have any? No. No Kerfoot. No Kerfoot power play plus 650 heaters today, bud. Yeah. Jared saying Cooley plus 200 for an assist is solid value. Ooh. I think we could see 2-way scoring in this game. And I like that point that if Edmonton is choosing to sit or play a game, they get up and play tonight because it's probably going to be a big spot.
Back in Colorado in the same.
Oh, yeah. I think I'm rested altitude. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks, Coach. No, that's a great point. So it's a messy one. Like I said, save some of your potatoes for the playoffs. You don't want to burn them all going into this week because the uncertainties are absolutely here. We need Matthews for 70. But in Leafs fashion, wouldn't it just be something just to not get it?
And stay on 69?
Yeah, but not even on the dirty number mark. Just to
Okay, here's what I'm going to say. And this is why I believe it's important for Matthews and important for the Leafs. Is because you go back to Steven Stamkos' career. Okay, in 2012, he was stuck on 59 in the last game of the season. It was a meaningless game. Okay, he played in that game in the last game of the season. He scored 60. If you look at Steven Stamkos' hockey DB, great career. Okay, this guy has scored over 550 goals in his career. But after he scored that 60th goal, which was his 4th season in the league, when you score 60, now people start putting you on a different pedestal. Oh my God, this guy's like a 60 goal scorer right now. Do you know what his highest goal total in the NHL has been in the next 12 seasons he's played?
I'm going to take a shot. I'm going to guess 45.
45. Right?
Wasn't that the 18-19 season?
No, good on Google.
So no, I'm looking at Hockey Reference.
So what I'm saying is that the reason why it's important is because you just don't know if you're ever going to get here again. Right? Yeah, Matthews has shown he can score at an incredible pace. But scoring goals in the NHL year after year at the pace that he's doing it is going to be a tough thing to do. So when you're this close, you got to find a way to do what you can to get through again. Because imagine Stamkos didn't play that game, and now he's looking back at his career when he's done. He's like, I had 59 that year. I should have played that last game to try to get 60 because I never got close to it again.
So what you're saying, if you were angry and you saw Stamkos on the street and he never got 60, just go, 59!
Right? Or Matthews like, hey, Mr. 69, what's going on? Yeah.
Seeing minus 135 for a Matthews goal compared to minus 110 yesterday.
Yeah. Well,
that's good. It will shorten. So yesterday it shortened about 20 points. This one will probably shorten. The hype's off it. Like the hype I think was bigger yesterday. So we'll see. Let's do a quick recap of the plays for everybody just joining there. But it is a good point. They got to get it for him. Over 6.5, minus 105 for the goals. But Kucherov also needs to get assist number 102. St. Louis money line plus 175. That's the price if Dallas runs the full lineup. They need a point. That's fine. But St. Louis at that price isn't going to get any longer. That's where I want it. Dylan Guenther for a point, minus 115. That's the angle I want in an Arizona game that Arizona should play. And Edmonton's, locked into where they are. So there's things I like about Arizona. If you're on Arizona money line plus 150, not a bad shot there either. What other game didn't we touch on? Oh, Pittsburgh Islanders. No thanks.
What are you going to do in that game?
That's what. I don't know what's going to happen in that game. So I'm right off that. So our New York Islanders playoff Stanley Cup ticket's still alive, bud. I don't know.
Right? I mean, come on.
Andy's going to laugh at us. Everyone's going to laugh at us, but it's alive. I don't care. And I don't know if is Varlamov going to be the goalie?
I doubt it. I think Sorokin was the guy they played down the stretch, didn't they?
Oh, if I could get some Conn Smythe on Varlamov, like if Sorokin starts.
Why Varlamov? Sorokin's going to be the guy.
He's been the guy down the stretch.
They've been riding Varlamov?
Oh, yeah.
Are you sure about that?
He's been good. Now you got to make me double check.
Because I thought Sorokin was the guy that was playing.
No, Andy, let's see. Goalies by game. Not October. Let's go. The April goalie. Your first quick, before I drag this on any longer, first quick Conn Smythe guy out of the gates you think has some value? Without looking at prices, like, I don't know, like Leafs. Like if you could get, like if you know Samsonov's a goalie and you could get Samsonov
at Bobrovsky.
That's kind of where I was. Yeah. If you could get Bobrovsky at 30-1.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just love goalies. I don't know why.
Freddie Anderson.
Yeah. Is he going to play the whole thing?
Well, they hope he does.
All right. Let's see. Yeah. Varlamov over just in April. 5 games to Sorokin's 3. He's 5-0 with a .946 save percentage.
Wow, then
and a 1.59 goals against.
Maybe it is Varlamov.
Yeah. It's never cool when it doesn't come up on the board.
What about Charlie Lindgren? The guy's been on fire lately.
Oh God, yeah, and that they have no offense, right? Like it's no. Oh God, Friday's show is going to be us talking about Charlie Lindgren and Semyon Varlamov for Conn Smythe. But those are the tickets I want, right? I want 50-1s. I don't want.
What about Stuart Skinner?
Yeah, but like, is he going to get it?
David's going to win it if he
exactly. That's what I mean. So it's like try to pick the best guy on the team. So all right, that's what we got. We're running late. Don't forget to hit what do we got before you bet 12 o'clock with Joe Osborne for more plays there. As always, it's coming down to the end of the regular season. It's been a great run. We'll be doing the playoffs. Don't spend all your beans today. Save them for the playoffs. Let's go. I'm Josh Ingles. He's Carlo Colaiacovo. This is NHL Puck Prop presented by Sports Interaction. We'll see you back here Friday. 11?
11.
All right, let's go.
Yes. Ciao.